Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Major Kellman here, Major Jonathan Kellman, District Officer for the Salvation Army, located here in Belize, in the heart of Central America. Today is Independence Day for the country of Belize. Belize obtained their independence on September 21st, 1981 from the United Kingdom. And Belize, if you look on this COVID-19 pandemic that really has wreaked havoc on the world, and Belize is no exception. We are in our series talking about independence this week, and we started yesterday talking about, giving the main overview. But what I want to talk is the whole concept and idea of celebrate independence, but celebrating our heritage, looking back where we came from. The first Caribbean country the first Caribbean country to gain independence was Haiti. Haiti. I traveled many places. I have flags and maps or some artifact souvenir from every country that I have traveled to. Except maybe one that I passed through in transit, like Dominica. Haiti received independence from France on the 1st of January 1804. 1804. That's 200 and wait, we're in 2020. Like 220 something. 200. Somebody had to work that out on the calculator. But I know that a Haitian will know, any Haitian will know how much years of independence that is. But let me put 2020 on my trusty calculator and subtract 1804, and that gives me 216. 216 years ago, the country of Haiti received independence. And so every year on the 1st of January, the Haitians get together and celebrate all over the world, and they have soup on Independence Day. They celebrate, and they also have a Flag Day, which is different to Independence Day. And the Mother's Day is different to when other countries celebrate Mother's Day. So Haiti really was a pioneer. When we studied Caribbean history, it was to do with this guy called Toussaint Louverture. Toussaint. That's all I remember about Haiti. And then we studied European history, we studied other history too. Can't see this whole flag, but yeah, of course you know this one here. The stars and the stripes. And the United States of America was like a colony of Great Britain. A colony, is they people from England went over, settled in the United States, and then I think that the Britain was, really oppressing them, and the taxing them. And then they had the famous Boston Tea Party, where when the ships came in, they threw all the tea bags, all the thing that was on the boats, them into the harbor. The Boston Tea Party, man, where said no to England. No, 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 no. We're going to be independent of you. All over the world, a lot of people have been trying to get independent because when you even look, England themselves got independent from Rome in terms of the church when King Henry, yeah, Henry the Seventh or Henry the Eighth decided, listen, I want to divorce my wife, and as a Catholic can't divorce, and they wrote to Rome, and Rome said, no, sir. Everyone said, no, sir, that can't work with me. And so England became, they formed the Church of England. This is the government now. England decided to form their own church, break away from the Catholics. So you have the Roman Catholics. All the Christians are still part of the Catholic Church. And some Christians get offended when they read this creed, the Apostles' Creed, Nicene Creed, whatever it is. You see, we believe in the Holy Catholic Church, and say, what? No, we ain't believing that. What? We're not Catholics. We Anglican. No, yeah, but Roman Catholics, the ones over there, but they're all follow. The traditional churches follow Catholicism, and therefore they basically still Catholics, but they're separated from the ones in Rome. Rome can't tell them what to do again, and so they broke away. They stopped with the Latin chanting of the Bible, and they went to King James Version. Yeah, whole lot of history, independent, and then so we've been having breakaway struggles and going through. This is the key thing that I'm talking about. If we look at all of the countries in the Caribbean that gained independence, they didn't gain independence by just saying to the person that was controlling them, listen, we want to break away from you. Why? Because there were colonies, and the colonies were used to gain wealth in some way, even if it's manpower, to gain wealth. And the more colonies you own, the more power you had. The empires, you have Spain, you have Portugal, you have France, and Britain. These were the four superpowers Europeans controlling. And so Haiti got away in 1804, and then 1844, the Dominican Republic got independence from Haiti. Because you know, Dominican Republic and Haiti is one mainland, and then kind of like then cut it in half. And then afterwards, Cuba in almost 100 years after, 98 years after Haiti got independence, then Cuba got theirs from Spain. You know, Cubans speak Spanish. And then 60 years later, then comes Jamaica on the 6th of August, 1962. And a few days later, 25 days later, on the 31st of August, was Trinidad these are the big guns, Trinidad 1962. And then on the 26th of May is Guyana in 1966. And 30th of November the same year, 1966, was Barbados. Yeah, you guessed it. Yeah, you see, because I'm a Barbadian, I get excited by that date. You must get excited about the date of independence or some great monumental achievement of your country. In Belize, they celebrate in the month of September, from September 1, and there's a holiday September 10th, the Battle of St. George's Key, and then the Independence Day on September 21st. That wishes today. In Barbados, they celebrate independence on the 30th of November, but they launch it from the 1st of November. The whole month is independence activities and celebration. What am I really saying in this whole thing? What am I saying? When you look back at the independence, whether it's independence of the church or denomination, or independence of a country. It involves a plan, it involves oppression, it involves a struggle, it involves a fight, it involves lobbying, it involves challenges, it involves rejection. But then it eventually transpired, because we have all these dates. It eventually resulted in the victory. And this is the first thing when we think about independence. Independence comes with a price. And therefore, we now who are living in independent countries, or we're living in the independent denomination, whatever it is, we need to appreciate our heritage, where we have come from. And going forward, we need to live like people that appreciate the struggles, and those who lived back then and died and gave their lives so that we could be free today. Not just free from slavery, but free economically, as a country, to operate with our flag, to operate business under our own legal name. We are not a colony again. We are a own sovereign nation. So our republic. So my grateful moment would be for my predecessors, my ancestors, who fought hard, who those who were the leaders, like in Barbados, it'll be Errol Barrow and Grant Yam, these people. In Belize is George Price and the others who were together with him. In Jamaica, you have those leaders there, Manly, Seattle, all these ones. People, and of course Haiti, Toussaint, love it, sure. We look back on these people, and at that time maybe there were some that really weren't interested in being independent. But we can see the result and progress of independence. Let us not lose sight of those who put in the work to ensure that we can be who we are today as not citizens of a country. We are not just members of a colony still reporting back to the head of an empire. We are now free people, and the same thing applies part 2. Tomorrow we're going to talk about being free and enjoying the freedom. Yes, being free and enjoying the freedom. And then we're going to continue on further in the week. I am grateful. So that's why I say I'm grateful for all those who have laid their lives, all who have fought to defend the country. Country of Belize, country of Barbados, where I come from, country of St. Lucia. I mean, this was a battle 14 times. 7 times St. Lucia was ruled and owned and controlled by the British. 7 times controlled by the French. So this was a mixed up country, man. Back and forth. 14 times there was a battle. But after a while, St. Lucia remained then under the British, and then St. Lucia got their independence. I mean, I when I think about it, because I was born in 1971, in 1978, yes, Dominica got independence. I remember that I was only 7 years old, but I can remember it's like, this. I remember Dominica. St. Lucia got it when I was 8 years old. St. Vincent got it. So, like, you'll be hearing these things on the news. So, these countries finally get independence, but we had been already since 1966. And we celebrated them. So, the bite-sized boost for today. Because they're already going over time, I'm only gonna give you two and then we're out of here. If the floors, here's a bite-sized boost from the floor. The floor says, if you fall, I'll be there to catch you. That's the floor. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Groucho Marx says, I find television very educational. Every time someone turns it on, I go in the other room and read a book. So he didn't like Groucho Marx and didn't like the TV. So whenever somebody was watching the TV, he went in the room and another room and read a book, and so he became more educated. My dear friends, remember where we have come from so that you appreciate more what you have today. See you tomorrow.